Okay, it's recording now, so we should be good.
I need Loki to stop purring because it's gonna come up on the microphone.
I can't hear him.
Oh, okay, perfect. Then we're good.
Yeah, I can't hear him at all. Not the
Okay.
slightest.
How was your weekend?
It was good. We went to a market yesterday,
I saw
like a
that.
fall. It wasn't really fall. It was like 80 degrees and hot as shit.
Yeah,
We were sweating like crazy.
it's hot here.
It was like 80
And
something.
you're going. Where are you going? Kansas this
South
week?
Dakota.
Oh, South Dakota
Well,
for
it's
work.
basically the same thing. The Midwest,
Yeah.
I guess. South Dakota, part of the Midwest.
Yeah.
Going to Rapid City, which is like 30 minutes from Mount Rushmore.
Are you gonna go?
I'm not sure if we're going there. Mondays are like one day off. The conference
Okay.
starts on Tuesday, and we get in at like 11. So I think we're either gonna go to Mount Rushmore, the Badlands, or what's the other place we're gonna go?
I didn't even know there was a place called the Badlands.
Yeah, it's a national park. It looks really cool.
It just sounds so fictional. But
It does, yeah. It's very cool. I would like to go. We're either gonna do that or Rapid City, or just like explore the city.
yeah,
We're gonna
that's
be
cool.
locked in a conference all week. But other than having to be at my coworker's house at 3,
Oh, exciting! And you're already yawning.
I know. That's what the Red
Heck
Bull's
yeah.
for.
All
Hopefully.
right. Well, I'm ready to talk about Peacemaker. Um,
You ready to talk about Peacemaker?
what we're 4 episodes
The
in?
four now? I think it's 4.
That sounds right. The last episode was, yeah, season 2, episode 4. Need I say door?
Yes.
What is your? I guess we'll start with general. What is your? What are your overall feelings for the season?
The season?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
I don't think some of the jokes and stuff are landing like they did in the first season.
Okay. I'm
And I
glad
think,
you're saying it.
yeah, some of the characters are like what's the new Argus agent, the one that was babysitting Economos, the guy with bird blindness.
Yeah,
Like
that's kind of
that,
what his name has become.
yeah, that didn't really land well with me, and it feels odd having an adult show like that, like a very much an adult show, be like essential to the DCU's foundation in like opening moments.
Did you already know my feelings on this?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay, okay. So this is a genuine surprise.
Yeah. I haven't.
Okay.
I don't even think we talked about the first season of Peacemaker. If we did, it was so long ago. Can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like the first season of Peacemaker, and
I don't. Yeah, keep going.
it, I I think I didn't care for killing Rick Flag Jr. in the Suicide Squad. I know it was like a good like a character development for Peacemaker, but I don't think what's Crossbones is what's Frank Grillo.
Yeah,
I
Rick Flag Sr.
Yeah, Rick Flag Sr. I don't. Not that I dislike him. He was good in Creature Commandos, like as in like a voice acting role, and I really enjoyed Creature Commandos as a whole. But
And have you heard the reasoning why his hair isn't white? And
Oh, it's literally just because he couldn't die because of Tulsa King, or is it
yeah,
Tulsa King? Yeah, Tulsa.
so does that type of like continuity thing get on your nerves?
No, because like I get it. Like it's Hollywood, and
Yeah,
and
it's
they
real
have
life.
other
Yeah,
jobs. It's just it's not everything's gonna be a 1-to-1 adaptation, obviously, and like
yeah.
sure he had white hair
I
in
just
Creature
think it's.
Commandos.
I think it's interesting that James Gunn is so set on like we're gonna have continuity in the actors depending on whether it's in an animated show or in a live action, they're going to be the same person.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's interesting that he wouldn't be super particular about that. I know there's maybe nothing they could do about it, but it feels like for his universe so far, it's like soft canon, anything. Like they just don't really seem to care, and it's nice, but also it's
Yeah,
not.
it's very different from like every other superhero franchise or like IP, like major IP that's come, I think, along in the past like 20 years.
Right.
Because like
I'm I haven't been crazy about this season at all.
I haven't, it's not
Uh,
like I wouldn't say it's like it's bad. Like
no.
um I think Peacemaker's character development is like the most interesting part of like the actual show itself, like him struggling with the choice of between the two dimensions, even though the one is probably not gonna is probably or not probably isn't that type of universe you'd want to live in. Which what is it? Universe X? Is that what it's classified as in the comics? It's the one like there's not a single minority group or person of
Yeah, I was
color.
about to say, have you seen the theories? I almost thought he was gonna bring Adebayo there, and it was just gonna like end super
I
poorly.
think that might happen. I would not put it past it,
Yeah,
but
it's a good theory.
yeah, I wouldn't. It would make sense. It
Yeah, in a world where his dad is a hero, but he's actually just not at all.
no, not at all.
He's just a hero by horrible standards, which makes sense. Um, yeah, I think it boils down to what you were talking about with the jokes. Like, I don't know if season one landed better for me because it wasn't technically like it was attached to Suicide Squad, but DCU, like the DCEU and the DCU were kind of in this like middle
Weird.
grounded space.
Yeah,
We didn't know what it was yet. I think James Gunn, he was only a few superhero projects deep, and now he's almost doubled his portfolio since then.
I know.
And I'm seeing the same. He's repeating character arcs and dynamics a lot, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's hard because like you can go you can also say like if it ain't broke, don't fix it mindset when it comes to certain like characters, but also I would love to see something a little different with the DCU. John Cena, I will say, has done a fantastic job acting. I think his acting is better this season than it was last
Yeah,
season. Like I think
but
because
like by what standard? Because again, I know a lot of people are liking it, but to what degree is that impressive to me when we're dealing with a James Gunn script, which I used to consider a very, very positive thing, and I think I still do, but like for example, in the most recent episode, actually in episodes 1 through 4, you can see the dynamic between what's the female Argus agent's name?
Amelia Harcourt.
No, the new one.
Oh, the she's got the British accent. Is
Yeah,
her?
but like her talking to, I should really know any of the Argus agents' names.
I don't.
But
All that comes to mind is the nicknames.
yeah, but you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah,
The guy, so her interacting with any of the men on the Argus crew, basically, Economos, Bird Blindness Man, any of them, it's the same dynamic that he repeats in a lot of his projects where the men are talking about something completely nonsensical, and then the girl who's like a little too serious is just like standing there with her arms crossed like, what are you guys talking about? And like he just
I'm picturing.
repeats that over and over again.
I can picture Gamora and Nebula doing that multiple times throughout all the Guardians movies.
And now like Hot Girl does it a little bit where like sometimes she's saying
Yeah,
stupid
but
stuff,
Hot Girl
but yeah,
has the charm for it. Like
I,
she has.
I haven't been impressed with this
Uh,
performance so far.
I liked her casting as. I think given a little bit more room because like they didn't have a
Yeah,
ton of screen time
no.
in Superman, but you and I felt a little differently. We kind of varied on Superman. I love Superman.
Superman, again, my criticisms really just boil down to the Justice Gang, the way he used his side characters, and then like it was a little fast. But outside of that, like Superman, David Cornsweet, Nicholas Holt,
Oh, Nicholas Holt, Nicholas Holt, David
Rachel
Cornsweet.
Brosnahan, like they're all of the leads are great. The story is fine enough.
Yeah,
It's a good movie. I like Superman.
who were my my buddy Hunter, and I were talking about. He rewatched Age of Ultron last week, and he
I
was
saw
live
his
texting
review.
me. He was live texting me while he was watching it. After the first 20 minutes, he said, after he texted me, you know, when you and Cole were talking about that list, he goes, the first 20 minutes are better than a lot, like the bottom 25 projects on the MCU list. I was like, I mean, you're not wrong. And he goes, and it seems like this was like one of the final movies where we kind of left the superhero esque feel to it and kind of went lean more seriously. I was like, that's a fair point, but like, and Superman was like a return to that, like we talked about in our Marvel list uh
Like
video.
just bringing in bright colors and
Yeah, colorful campiness, a
yeah.
little maybe even like cliche stories could even be said that. But Peacemaker, I don't think doesn't fall into that category. It doesn't have that.
No, I mean, because he's what, like, I mean, before season one, like, would you kind of consider him a anti-hero?
I
Maybe
guess
like
that's
he
the
crosses that line of. It's a really hard thing to come back from is killing Rick Flag Jr. And it almost makes me feel weird about his character growth anyway, especially with. I complained on TikTok about how stupid I think the scene where he's trying to audition for the Justice Gang and they like turn him away when
oh, I hated that scene.
they're no different. Like none of those three, four characters are any different from each other. They all like
Well, it
Hawk
depends
Girl
on
literally killed.
yeah, it depends what you consider the line for heroes. Like if we're going off of like Batman and Spider Man and Superman's like thou shalt not kill type thing, or if we're going off
Right.
of like Iron Man and Cap, Thor, they have killed plenty of people. Cap in the first
Yeah.
15 minutes of the Winter Soldier killed an entire boat worth of people.
Yeah. It's just funny how like you frame it differently and it can be more or less a part of the like overall
Yeah.
um, ethos of what a superhero movie is and like to kill or to not kill, and sometimes it's
Like, is that
something
the
you
line?
quickly brush by and sometimes it's like that's the main focus, and it very much is right now. Like obviously the act of him willingly killing another good guy is worth the development he's going through, but then again, the only time that I've really felt connected to the story this season so far is when he killed his alternate version. And it was like, oh yeah, that's a pretty bad place to be
Yeah,
in.
definitely. I did like that whole sequence and stuff. That I did like. I'm I don't know if I'm interested or concerned where they're going with the portal tech, like the door technology, because it's like that flashback scene. Like it made it seem like there's going to be some larger explanation later on. Like it felt like a setup. And I was like, you know, some things I don't think need to be explained fully.
Yeah, it was a little weird because I genuinely wasn't asking any questions about the door.
I
You
wasn't
know,
being
it
like
was there first season, it was here now, and it's clearly like the focal.
in my head it was different than Lex Luthor's, and they said in Superman like Lex Luthor was like cocky about it and just kind of rushed through doing everything with it, which is why it was
Yeah,
unstable. They're like, why isn't his tearing a hole in the planet? I saw on Twitter, and
yeah.
that was not a question I had personally, but maybe it's just that I
Because
don't.
if you zoom out this season, there's not much there's a central plot, but there's not a whole lot going on outside of that, and the
Yeah,
whole plot kind of hinges on the door and Rick Flag Sr.'s grudge against
hatred,
Peacemaker.
which is a right. I mean, I would also be pissed.
I mean I agree with Harcourt though in the last episode, like it's kind of an Amanda Waller
It
problem.
definitely is an Amanda Waller problem, but also having an ex Task Force X person just like free was a choice.
Yeah.
Nor-
But that's kind of this at the start of season 2 it's like, wait, why are all these people still in this small town? And does it work that they're still connected for this show? Like does the city and scope of what the plot is justify having a TV show for Peacemaker season 2? I'm of the belief that it's no, because one, I think it's weird.
I think I'd agree with you.
Like like what you were saying earlier, I think it's weird that we're hinging the start of the DCU on Peacemaker season 2 directly after Superman when it's clearly not made for kids. It's written like it's for teenagers. And then there's, insane amounts of NSFW
Yeah,
content. So it's so weird to me, and people kind of fought me on this on TikTok too, and a lot of people are saying they're grateful for the different styles. And I'm like, it doesn't feel like different styles so far. It feels like I'm getting a James Gunn written and directed project again, which it is.
it feels
Like
just
it
like
doesn't
continuation of season one. It's lumped into the DC, the new DC universe with with some extra characters thrown in there.
like I am hungry for a different, at least writer with James Gunn directing, or a different director with James Gunn. Either of those pairings, I'm just hungry to see that version of the DCU.
I think that's why I'm really excited for the Batman 2. It's Matt Reeves. Like I want the DCU to have a fantastical Batman. Like I want like I know we're getting a Clayface like horror movie, which I think is a good character to choose if you're gonna do one, like if you're gonna do that type of story for it.
Yeah,
But
I
like
agree.
I want like Mr. Freeze with like the full on like the helmet and maybe not Arnold Schwarzenegger Freeze, but like
Just campy in
a little
some.
campy. Poison Ivy, I want to be
Yeah,
campy. I want Harley Quinn in like the original Harley Quinn getup. I'd like a lightly everyone I know the Dark Knight Joker is like everyone's like thing because he was scary and also psychotic type of thing. But like if
yeah,
you watch like the original not the original, but like the really popular old Batman TV show and like the 2003 Batman, the Joker's like kind of goofy
yeah.
for what it is. And I want a fan.
I mean,
I
and
think
I've probably said it on every episode of this podcast so far, but I'm over grounded Batman. I want colorful, campy, mystical, fantastical. I want all of that stuff in a
yeah.
Batman movie. Despite loving the Dark Knight trilogy, I don't love it as much as most people, again, because I filter it through that lens where it's like,
Mm.
is it a good comic book movie? I don't even know if I'd call it a comic book movie. It
Oh,
has
people, you gotta be
Batman in it.
careful.
I'm saying it
People,
like
people call that trilogy like the best comic book movie trilogy.
I just don't think that's a fair statement though when you're stripping so much of the comic book away.
I mean,
And that's just
I'm
my
not gonna
take.
I love those movies because one, I mean, they're as if you go just like in a movie mindset, they are master classes in movies. All three of them. Even though people crap on The Dark Knight Rises, I love Tom Hardy's Bane. He'd be so
I'll
menacing.
crap I'll crap on the Batman Begins before I crap on The
That's
Dark Knight
fair.
Rises.
People love Batman Begins with a Batman story, and I'm like, Liam Neeson as Al Ghul is not my favorite.
Yeah, for multiple reasons.
Yeah, there's a couple of things, but like The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises, I do love those movies. And the Ope, oh, I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this. I think I like the opening of The Dark Knight Rises more than I like the opening of The Dark Knight. I like Bane's plane sequence over the bank heist.
Yeah.
I think it's such a better character introduction.
Yeah. It's cooler. You hear the voice for the first time, whereas the
Such a
Joker
good,
stuff
it's
is
such
kind
a
of
unique like take on the voice.
quiet.
Like you're like you can
Yeah.
be like, oh, Bane, there's no Spanish accent. Like that's part of his like character as a whole. But like if you're gonna go grounded Batman and like not do the buffed up Venom, I
Dang,
think
was Bane whitewashed too in the Dark Knight trilogy?
technically yeah, because he's oh, he's from like a island in it depends. I guess it depends what
Dang, so yeah, that's quite a few characters then
Santa
that
Prisca, which is
Christopher Nolan whitewashed.
yeah, it's a Caribbean Republic island. It's a fictional place, but
Hmm.
he is
So
of Spanish descent.
being a big fan of the Batman though, do you want Robert in a DCU universe or do you want them
Mm,
separate?
I
And I
don't.
have what?
I okay. Matt Reeves is a fantastic writer and director, and if the Batman not being, I think if you're gonna do Batman standalones, you should do. I think they're fine. I think the Grounded is okay with how Matt Reeves has been doing it. If you're gonna have them in a connected universe, it needs to be more fantastical, especially with David Cornsweet's Superman as your other side of it. I
Yeah.
don't think.
'Cause you
Sorry, go
can
ahead.
retcon it to, I mean, if
You
you look at
could.
Iron Man 1, there's nothing fantastical happening. However, I do believe that Matt Reeves wrote a world that doesn't have superpowers in it.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that being said, I don't think that they planned for them to touch. I think James Gunn put his plan together. Matt Reeves had his separate thing. Um, James Gunn announced Brave and the Bold. Matt Reeves put a picture up of the finished Batman 2 script. I don't think that there was I think that probably was um, them butting heads a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, I love Robert Pattinson's Batman. I think he's I think if Matt Reeves was forced to retcon some stuff and transfer Pattinson's Batman into the DC universe, I think I think it would work because I think Pattinson and David Cornsweet would be a really good back and I think they could have a really good back and forth. As long as we don't go the Batman v Superman route again,
Yeah.
or at
It
least
does feel
not
like
do it like
we are debating the difference though between the Batman, which is like a film, and
it is a
Superman,
film.
which is a blockbuster.
Yes,
So it's
I
just
think I'd
weird.
rather keep Pattinson's and Matt Reeves's Batman as a film, like a noir style. Like I think I'd rather keep them separate and then have someone new be the Brave and the Bold Batman. Because when I think of when he said that when I saw the Brave and the Bold, I immediately went back to was it like the mid 2000s TV show with like Plastic Man and the kind of who voiced Batman in that, but like he's like the blue and the gray, like the kind of
Yeah.
goofy, campy
And
Batman.
you know that's what James Gunn wants to do.
Oh, that's what he wants.
You
I don't think
knowing
Pattinson's for
his
that. I don't think
style
that's
and his
Pattinson's Batman.
characters, no.
Not in the slightest.
No, I don't think that's what Matt Reeves intended.
I don't think that's what he wants
I
either
think
at
it would
all.
be weird. Yeah, I think it would be
I think it
weird
would
to
do a
push them
disservice to
together.
Pattinson and Matt Reeves, to especially with
Yeah.
how the type of movie they first did. To
And I think it would be a disservice mostly to them, but I think it would put James Gunn in a weird place because I don't think he would know what to do with
I don't think he would either.
a series.
I don't think he would.
Like it's
Like you take the
yeah,
Penguin and the Batman, and even like the most non-serious moments of the Penguin are like 10 times more serious or more put together than any scene in Peacemaker.
Yeah.
Like,
And even if like Oz or someone is funny in the Penguin, it is because the characterization of him just being himself and
yeah,
watching all the aspects of a character, whereas Superman, if someone's being funny, like it's intentionally
yeah,
written there. And again, this is another thing I debated with people on TikTok, and talking about the audition scene that I hated and about some of the jokes that were written in. And someone was trying to tell me that you were supposed to just feel sorry for him. And I was like, if you think that James Gunn did not write the scene with Green Lantern and Hot Girl saying the things that they were with Maxwell Lord and not expect a laugh, then I don't know what to tell you. James Gunn wants a laugh from you.
oh, 100%.
Yeah, like, and so it's not. It wasn't funny to me. I think it's
No,
probably funny to other people, but at least a few times every episode, I'm just going, "What are we even talking about here?"
yeah, no, I agree with you. Yeah,
So it's just weird. Another thing that I keep thinking about with season two, Amanda Waller, who is intimidating, scary, a force to be reckoned with, casted so well, but I think she's very deflated as
I'd
a
agree with you.
persona
Yeah, I don't think I
because
think
all we've seen is her get slapped around or put in her place movie after movie through a disjointed universe, new universe,
mhm.
another like reboot. Like it just feels like she's been kicked around a lot. So I feel like we need a moment where she kind of loses her shit.
So it's like she needs to almost like grab the reins again. Like,
Yeah, because
but
she's not intimidating or scary in the slightest
it's hard for me to
currently.
take Rick Flag Senior seriously. I don't know why, but like he's just even for like even with Creature Commandos, like I don't have that like I don't know for the head of Argus for someone who's in charge of Task Force X, which I guess Task Force X, which is now I guess been disbanded. Is it been disbanded in? Is that what they said in Peacemaker?
I mean, yeah, I don't think they've addressed it, but I would assume that it has been. Yeah. But no, like I don't think they've properly set the scale for what Argus is to make
No,
any
not
of
at
them,
all.
and they're constantly undercutting them with these dumb jokes or
Or the
like,
stupid employees. Like you're telling me an Argus agent is getting the shit beat out of him by a bird. I know it's a bald
you know,
eagle, but like that whole scene was ridiculous.
and you just threw me into thinking about Michael Rooker. But
Oh my god.
I need to talk about Economos first because it's actually bugging me that the characters keep going, yeah, you're friends with the guy, and then expecting him to do all these things to turn him in. Like it's just,
It doesn't make any sense. It
is
doesn't
that
work.
not a conflict of interest? Should
Yeah,
you not have moved him to a different team a long time ago?
instead of having him like watching, we're like, oh, he's watching his buddy. Oh, they're going to a birthday dinner tonight, but he's actually just been sitting outside his house watching him all week. You really think he's
Yeah,
telling you the right stuff?
yeah.
Ridiculous.
But yes, Michael Rooker.
I I don't.
The first thing I will say is again, we are the loosey goosiness with recasting characters who have already shown up in the DCU.
Because like the Suicide Squad is in the DCU technically, correct?
I mean, it has to be because
And they
Rick.
referenced it. They referenced Project Starfish, Rick Flag Jr., like that whole.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen flashbacks to it,
So
so
Michael
like it
Rooker's
is
original character. Who did he? What was the character's name that died at the beginning of the Suicide Squad? Uh,
bouncy ball man.
yeah, a guy murdered
I
a
don't.
bird with a bouncy ball. The one that the
But
guy
no, him,
scared.
Nathan Fillion. I'm trying to think who
Oh
else
yeah,
has
Nathan
been
Fillion played the with the arm guy.
the
That's
armless,
right.
your detachable man or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
Like it's
it's
fun. I bet working with him is fun, and it's probably not that serious at the end of the day, but it's just so weird that they're like living immortal lives and just being recast in
that
different
character.
roles.
I guess that character is gonna have a bigger part, Michael Rooker's character, going forward. But like, I don't, I don't know what to think about that character as a whole.
A lot of question marks.
I got a lot of questions, but uh, I'm interested to see how the show will go. Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
because
keep
right now
watching
it
it,
doesn't feel like
obviously,
it's. Yeah, yeah, no, I'll be tuning in.
but I
But it
don't know where we're
doesn't feel
going.
like it's pointing to something. Even though James has said that there will be some big cameos towards the end,
And he
maybe.
said like this
I
is
feel like I saw that.
like a major importance to like building the DC universe, but like nothing so far has like been like yeah, this, if I didn't watch this, I'd probably still be fine to go see every other DC universe movie after it. But
Again, because that's the question is like you created Superman, which should appeal to a broad audience. It's
of course, yeah,
PG-13. You obviously know that. And then Peacemaker's not. So you're aware that some people aren't going to be watching this. Some people aren't going to be watching it in general because it's TV. I mean, I
exactly,
have
yeah.
friends who love Superman, but Peacemaker is not even
They're like
on their
who?
radar. If I asked them if they were watching it, they'd be like, "Huh?" So it's just weird because
Yeah,
does the planning for projects revolve around that? And again, the story just feels like kind of small scale, even though we're dealing with multiple universes. I don't get it.
yeah. It. I want to I wanted to like Peace. I wanted to like it like a lot. Like, and like I'm enjoying it for like the most part. And like most of the time, everyone, a couple times at each episode, I'm like, this just feels really unnecessary. And I don't know if I'm a fan of what they're doing with Vigilante's character as a
I
whole.
was just about to bring him up.
Because
And what do you mean by what they're doing? Because they're not
I
doing
guess that's fair.
anything.
I guess what they're not doing.
He hasn't been in his suit once.
It.
He just kind of he pops in to make a joke about not feeling connected.
Michaela wants to say hi. She's drinking more water.
Michaela, the number one fan
The
of the
number one
podcast.
fan.
Besides Allie's mom does tune in every week.
Tunes in every week.
Yes,
Very sweet.
so say hi to Kim.
Hey, Kim. Hi, chat.
Michaela is
Can't
exiting
wait
the
to see
chat.
myself tomorrow.
um, yeah, I mean, he literally only pops in to make a joke about not feeling connected to Chris or
And then
the
not doing
spider
anything about it.
monologue.
Oh my god, that whole scene, or the scene where Economos is in the bathtub and he's like, we spent like 5 whole minutes on Economos asking him a spider question and him getting none of them right. Because I liked Vigilante in the first season. I thought he was like
Yeah,
a good comedic relief and a good way, like he helped ease Chris's character, like Peacemaker's character, into like that more personable role. So like he actually does kind of care about this person a little bit, even though this dude's kind of a dickhead. Like he's just
no, I mean he definitely stands out in season one, which is also crazy considering how chopped up the season was because they cast someone and then fired him. So then the current actor was probably dubbing over and had the helmet on for half of his scenes. But no, he stands out. Freddie Stroma, that's his name.
That's right, Freddie Stroma. Yeah, he's British, which is that was a revolution to me. A revolution to me. I was like, I saw the
he was in Harry Potter, right?
You know, Cole. I still have not watched a Harry Potter movie fully from start to finish.
God, you're just like Bobby.
I refuse to do it on principle.
What principle?
I don't like Harry Potter. I
But
tried a couple times.
you've never fully watched one.
I've sat at least in the past 10 years, quite a few times I've sat down to try to watch them, and I just
That's fine, I guess.
I know some people love them, and I don't doubt that they're good movies. Like it's
Yeah.
just it's one of those things where it's not for me. I might give them a retry. I mean, who knows? Michaela has me reading Throne of Glass and Akatar, and I've really enjoyed those so far.
I need a Throne of Glass, Avatar: The Last Airbender style TV show.
Oh,
That's
that would
all I
be
want.
so good. I've been honestly Throne of Glass is kind of consumed by for the last like month. Akatar is good. It's good, different than Throne of Glass, obviously,
I
but
haven't read Akatar actually, but Throne of Glass. Because my understanding is that Akatar is a little bit more romance heavy,
it is definitely more
where Throne
romance
of Glass
heavy.
is pretty plot heavy.
Oh my goodness, and the characters in Throne of Glass are so good. It's like the only like
Yeah,
full
no, they
series
would be
I've read.
awesome to watch.
The only like full series I've like read as an adult has been Red Rising, and it's like my
Yeah,
whole personality book wise.
which I need to jump back into and read the last. Is it 2 books or are there 3 in the second
It's
part?
the first trilogy or first saga
In the
is
second.
Red Rising, Golden Sun, Morning Star, and then there's a 10-year gap, and then
Okay, I
Iron Gold.
haven't read anything past the 10-year gap.
Yeah, Iron Gold, Dark Age, Lightbringer, and then Red God comes out
Like,
next
when is
year.
that being adapted? Because that,
And apparently, okay, Pierce Brown's on TikTok now. I love Pierce Brown. He cracks me up, and I love him.
yeah,
Somebody has I can't remember who. There, people are pitching scripts to him, and there's a studio that has it. I don't think he shared what studio it is, but I dip my head into the Red Rising Reddit every once in a while whenever I see this topic get brought up, and I'm like so much on the fence of do I want a Game of Thrones style with like budget show, live action show, or do I want like a kick ass anime? Because I think Red Rising would
yeah,
also do so well as an anime
yeah,
just because of the drastic differences in the physiology of the colors.
yeah.
But like if you're like Pierce Brown's like I think a lot of people are like, okay, you're
Mhm.
doing Red Rising live action, you have to like commit. Like you're talking like 200 million a season type thing. Like it's got to be a massive budget because if you don't, you're losing out on the because it's a space opera for the most part. Like once you get
Yeah,
past read the first book, it
that's
is like a full on like Star Wars Dune like massive
because I'm even
conflict.
thinking about like the best space shows that we have. I mean, I don't know if you ever watched The Expanse, but that's one for me.
I did watch that, and then Foundation on Apple TV. I don't know if you ever watch Foundation. That's
I
like
haven't
a
watched
sci-fi.
Foundation.
Foundation's interesting. It's a pretty good show. I haven't watched the
But The
newest season.
Expanse doesn't even have the greatest, like it's watchable. It's really good, but the CGI is like in space is like,
Eh,
and you just kind of accept it because it's a show. I don't know if I'd want that for Red Rising. So yeah, it's like,
I'm on the because like the you have like the and like you have like the Obsidians, which are like 6-fingered, 7 feet tall, or 8 feet
yeah.
tall behemoths, and the golds, which are like
And is it,
seven
wait,
foot.
so is Reddit saying that it's gonna be a TV show and not a movie?
I think that's what it's going to be. I think it's probably going to end up being a TV show. I think Pierce has said in a couple like an interview before that he thinks it'd work better as a TV show, Game of Thrones esque style, like with
Yeah.
that type of budget. Which I would agree. I think if you're gonna, I don't think it's as popular. Like I don't think you could jump right into making like these blockbuster movies. I don't know if that's where it
Yeah,
would
so if you're
thrive.
listening, go read
Go
Red
read Red
Rising.
Rising. If you haven't, it's a
If you
magnificent.
like
It's a
Star Wars,
masterpiece.
Game of Thrones, and The Hunger Games,
Yeah.
if you like any of those things, go
If
read
you're
Red
looking for a
Rising.
sci-fi series, if you read fantasy and you're like, I kind of want to dip my toes in it, Red Rising's a great intro. It's not like super techy. It's got a really good cast system. The first book is definitely YA for sure. Like it's like he said it before. He was like I edited it because with how popular the Hunger Games was, and my publisher was like, you should do it like this is your first book, and then then Golden Sun he started to ease out of it, and then Morning Star he really did.
He toes a line in Red Rising. I'd say like
I
there's
mean, he
things
definitely
about it that
does.
kind of are reminiscent of like I was getting like Lord of the Flies vibes
Yeah, but you haven't
with
read when you get the Iron Gold Dark Age specifically. Dark
jumps up.
Age it takes a turn. Like Dark Age is probably one of the most depressing books I've ever read. I did not know peace while reading that book. Like that Dark Age and
Okay.
Lightbringer are like the only books I've ever cried reading. And Lightbringer constantly made me cry for happy and sadness, but like Dark Age was like, good lord. Also, it just like I think Pierce Brown writes female characters and male characters so well. Like I think he does a great job of like actually capturing both like genders in this like role. Because
Yeah.
some people like you have some male writers who just can't write females that are like interesting or aren't just like damsels in distress.
Realistic. Yeah.
But like the women in Red Rising, at least in the especially in the second half of the series, like Mustang and Victra are like two of my favorite. I love their characters.
Yeah. No, I mean he was always good at that. His only sin while writing in the first three for me is foreshadowing.
Yeah, yeah.
The least subtle,
He
like
definitely gets better in that in the second half. He doesn't do
yeah,
it nearly as much. And I think he's able to do that because he writes the next Iron Gold, Dark Age, and Lightbringer are multi POVs. They're first person, but like you'll have like two chapters as Darrow, and then you'll go maybe to Mustang, and then or you'll have some other. There's like two other ones, but
yeah. Which I like. I like multiple
I
POV.
it took me Iron Gold is like at the bottom of my list, my like ranking of them all, but like it's definitely not a bad book. Like it's still like a 4.5 star book for me,
Okay.
or 4 star, at least 4 stars. It was just the
Yeah.
interchange going from a 10-year gap to multi POVs. Just sorry,
Right.
just totally again, Red Rising got brought up and I got one sidetracked.
No, everybody read Red Rising. Um, I don't even know where we were at with Peacemaker. Oh, Vigilante and the
Oh yes,
vast
Vigilante.
underutilization of one, a good actor, a standout
I
actor for
know
the
he's so
show.
good.
But again, it comes back to what town and city are they in again?
I don't even know. I can't even remember. Is it important? Is it the same town that they
Probably
ended
not.
in for
But
Project Butterfly? It's the same town Chris lives in, or Peacemaker lives in.
yeah, I don't know. The setting is just like, how can you, sorry, how can you justify still being in this small town setting
I yeah, I
while making it seem like it's so impactful for the
overarching
larger
DCU.
world?
Yeah.
It's just kind of odd. The other thing we need to talk about is, this is what's frustrating me too, is, 2021, 2022. That's when the whole Marvel phase of people saying quality, not quantity started. Like that was just a
Yes.
phrase that was being used a
Yeah.
lot by people.
I use that
You saw it
phrase.
once on TikTok, and then people just like you'd see a video of a Marvel video, and in the comments, people would be like, "Yeah, it's a quality thing. They need to focus on not like pushing out as much." Which agreed, but now I feel like DCU is being praised for Marvel's reheated nachos, while also severely lacking in quality because James Gunn has been writing things back to back to back to back to back and is not giving himself time to breathe. Probably isn't pulling in other voices
Well,
and
he's apparently writing more because apparent writing is his substitute for alcohol. Apparently he struggled with alcohol in the past, and since he
yeah.
took on the DCU job, he's been writing a lot and working on
And
these
but he's been
scripts.
sober for like 20 something
Is it 20
years.
years?
Yeah, he was on Dak Shepard, and it's like he hasn't drank since he was a teenager, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
So
maybe I'm wrong.
more than that, actually.
Hmm.
No, I
I
think
take it
that
back then.
I think that he is rightly so creative and has a lot of ideas on how to kickstart this. I just think he could be leaning into more creators. Like he's done a
Yeah,
lot
definitely.
in a small time span.
Yeah, I agree with you. And like I think James Gunn does have a deep respect for like the source material, which I think is great. I think it's really good. But like also there's other writers and directors that can also adapt those stories and be respectful of the comics. Like I don't think we need one to one like I think there's obviously beats, like character beats that you should respect and follow if you're using like Batman or like Spider-Man and or Superman. Like there's very specific character beats that are just like universal for the most part that
Mhm.
you should not vary from. It's just that's the character. That's what makes the character them. But also like with some of the stories and stuff, I don't it seems like he really wants to go like he wants to take very specific comics and adapt them as respectfully or as what's the word I'm looking for? Uh
Honoring or
yeah. Like with
with
Supergirl coming
reverence.
out with him going off of that that one Supergirl comic specifically.
Yeah, Woman of Tomorrow.
Yeah, Woman of Tomorrow. Um
But again, that's not like he's probably a producer, but he is letting the director. I don't know if he wrote Supergirl,
he probably
but
had it to me. I
he's
mean,
not directing it, which
who is the director for that project?
right now, Supergirl, Millie Alcock is directed by Craig Gillespie, who is the director of I, Tanya, Lars and the Real Girl with Ryan Gosling, which is a very fun and good indie movie. He's done quite a few big things, so
Oh yeah, he
it's
did
definitely going to
Cruella,
be a
The
different
Money.
style.
Okay,
And James Gunn is not credited as a writer at all, so
really?
um, I'm
He's.
very excited for that.
I think Millie Alcock's gonna do great.
I think it'll be good.
I love Millie
I think
Alcock though.
it'll be a little up in the air just because it's new players and it's a little less safe than.
It is definitely less safe than any of the other characters that have been brought to the screen so far.
um, yeah, because I don't know if you capture general audiences in name alone with Supergirl. I think you have to make a really good movie and then hope that word of mouth catches
It works
everyone else to bring them to the
because
theater. But
Supergirl's
like that's
mainly been a TV IP for the last like 20 years, right? Like we've had the CW did Supergirl, and I think
yeah,
didn't Smallville also have Supergirl?
I believe so.
But
Yeah, I mean she's not like they're not gonna count on an insane amount of profit for that
because
unless I mean they
yeah,
shouldn't
no, because like it's not like you
unless
have
they
like
can.
like I like Millie Alcox is popular, but I don't think she's like. I mean, she hasn't done a ton of projects. But I
No,
loved
I
her
mean
in
they've
House of
been
the
big
Dragon.
projects, but she's fresh. She's fresh on the scene. But I think Sirens did get her a lot of points this year. So
Oh
between
yeah,
House of the Dragon and
I
Sirens,
wish we got to see her more in House of the Dragon. With young
yeah, I
Rhaenyra,
mean
she was so good.
it's kind of she was kind of the standout, and then you get a little sad when you have to swap, even though Emma D'Arcy is also amazing. But
I love both of them as Rhaenyra, but I don't know. Millie Alcox just I think she did so good. And the little tidbit we did get of her Supergirl and Superman was great. Like it definitely set the tone that she's very different from her cousin,
yeah,
which I think is good.
yeah, I think they'll have
We'll
a
have to
fun
see,
dynamic. Oh, the announcement of Man of Tomorrow coming out in the next 2 years,
which is
which
that's
again,
insane.
I love it, but going back to the slate that James Gunn released with the Waller Show,
Oh
Creature
yeah,
Commandos, Brave and the Bold, I think they're pivoting. I don't think they're as planned as they thought they were, or something's happened because now they're maybe Superman was just more beloved, word of mouth, so they greenlit this faster. But I think they're switching things up already. I think it's good. I like that it's coming out pretty fast.
better than
But
waiting.
again,
When did the Batman come out? When's the Batman Part Two? Batman's Part Two's coming out.
2027, right?
Maybe the script
So
just
yeah,
got done.
that's another thing people have called out is from the Batman to the Batman Part Two. We're talking about 5 years, and in those 5 years, James Gunn will have directed and wrote Creature Commandos, Superman,
Superman.
Peacemaker season 2, Superman, Man of Tomorrow. No, it's not Superman subtitle Man of Tomorrow. It's just Man of Tomorrow.
Yeah,
Um,
him and Lex.
that's a lot of stuff,
That is a lot of
and
stuff.
in my opinion, it's not at the same quality caliber. Even though it's impressive that he's released this many decent projects,
Yeah,
I think that they are suffering a little bit. Other people don't seem to think so, but that's definitely my take.
yeah. I don't know. I feel like not just DC, but most IPs as a whole are all in like weird spots. Because like, what's our next Marvel project?
Um,
Uh,
Spider-Man?
is it Spider? Is it Brand New Day?
I mean, like side things, Marvel Zombies is about to come out.
Oh yeah, that has like little impact on anything. It'll be fun, most likely.
Yeah, I mean the trailer looked really fun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
why
seen
am I not?
the little like the leaked set photos and stuff that I've seen and set clips for Brand New Day have me kind of excited for it.
Wait, are you not excited for it?
I I am I okay, so you know how I feel about the first two Tom Holland Spider-Man movies, correct? Like
I
I don't
can't. I
like that
think so, but I can
I
also guess.
I don't like that they took 3 movies to have Spider-Man become Spider-Man.
Yeah.
As much as like Spider-Man Far From Home or No Way Home, like having that theater experience, it will forever be one of my favorite theater experiences of all time. Watching Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield come onto the screen, and
Hmm.
I hated that Spider-Man was basically a baby Iron Man in the first one, and was still recovering from baby Iron Man in the second one, and the third
It does.
one
It permeates for sure.
the third one, like upon rewatch, is not as good, but I still enjoy it just because it brought back a lot of my childhood favorites, like Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin, Doc Ock.
Yeah. I think when you reduce them down to like that whole time span was in a way an origin story. I'm okay with it because I think it's kind of
If that was
iconic
the
that
plan, or like if that was the plan originally, then I respect it and that's fine. But like when as the movies are coming out, I'm like,
yeah.
this is just
And it
not
doesn't
Spider
it
Man.
doesn't necessarily always feel like Spider-Man, but I think that's probably because they were jamming him into where the MCU was at. But we wanted it. We were asking for
Everyone was
it.
begging for it,
So
and
now
then
it's pretty iconic that Tom Holland is 3 movies deep, still gets to be Spider-Man, and it seems like they're making a more Spider-Man-ish type movie.
I mean, I love where they left him off at the end of No Way Home, like leaving him that nobody knows who he is. He's broke. He
He's depressed. He
he's
has nothing.
depressed. Yeah, he's like that
His only
Spider-Man.
guardian is
Spider-Man is
dead.
depressed. He has nothing, but he still does it. Like he gets back up. Like that. Like into the Spider Verses. Like that Spider-Man that we get. Like Miles' Spider-Man. Like the one who's been doing it for like he's like a decade in basically. And he's like, man, I'm tired of it. He's like, I'm tired. but he still
Yeah.
did it anyway. Like that.
I'm
Mm,
excited because I feel more comfortable about what direction they're taking Spider-Man as a movie
yeah, I agree.
than I am of like Doomsday, which to me right now is a 50-50.
I don't
It's
even think
either
it's
going to be really
50-50 at this
good.
point. I think it's like 40-60.
With the lack of details, I'm comfortable to stay at 50-50. It could be the worst movie ever. It could be one of the best. I genuinely don't know if I'll rephrase that actually. I think it could be a really good movie. I don't think it will be amazing. Just knowing that the X-Men cast is there. I don't. I know that's weird to say, but I
No,
think
you're
that
not. You're right.
small inclusion to me means that that movie won't reach the same level because it really just shows their hand at being sloppy at the moment.
Have you seen Chris Evans photos of Chris Evans lately?
And him all muscly and
Yeah,
probably coming
probably
back.
coming back as Captain America. I
I'll
swear.
tell you this right now, Connor. If Chris Evans and well, so Robert Downey Jr. is obviously in it and will probably be Iron Man at some point. If Robert Downey Jr. and Chris Evans are in this movie and Scarlett Johansson is not and is cursed by the Russo brothers yet again, I will lose my shit.
I will be there. I'll be
But
there with you. I will be right there with you because it would be
that being
infuriating.
infuriating. That being said, a year ago, I would have been annoyed that you were bringing them back. Now, I'm more on the side of, yeah, whatever, have all of them come
Sure,
back,
bring him
do,
back.
do whatever you want one last time, and then reset
They
everything.
just need to. They do. I think going. I think after Infinity War and Endgame, there's maybe a few. I mean, there's a couple that could have like obviously that kept going afterward that were good, but I feel like they're just kind of stringing it along at this point. Where it like at this point with how old all the actors are getting, and with how polarizing the movies are being recent as of recently, just hit the restart, hit the restart button. People love the X-Men, like X-Men 97. You watched X-Men 97. That was fantastic. I would love to see live action.
I have a few hot takes about X-Men 97,
Do
but
you really?
only I did not like the last two episodes.
Oh, really?
I thought there were things that just felt so unearned. I thought the Phoenix Force use was weird. I thought
Mm,
I think it was a little anticlimactic to have like half the world be zombies. It was animated though, so like
but the
I gave it grace.
Genosha
I just did not.
episodes.
Right, like the middle point was the peak for me.
I mean, it was the peak of the show. I would say. Like, I wouldn't say you're wrong, but like, I
Yeah,
would love. I want to see Magneto again. I want to
yeah. The
see.
storm stuff got on my nerves. I didn't like the storm arc for the whole season.
I could have guessed you wouldn't have liked that. I know how you feel about your
Yeah,
storm,
yeah.
but also like Gambit and Gambit's so good in that show. So is Cyclops. Can we give Cyclops a break in live action? I was watching it's a first class or X2. I'm one.
Cyclops is not in
No,
first class.
it's X2 then I think, where they just like
Yeah,
shit on Scott the whole movie,
yeah.
like constantly. And I'm
Love
like,
James Marsden, but wasn't
I
the
know, I love James Marsden too, but I don't think that was his fault by any means. I think that's just the decision they went with the characters.
and being a kid, like I didn't really question it as much, but
No,
and I think there were actor things, but they like killing Cyclops off that early was
that's
crazy.
crazy. Like he is like the team leader.
I think he did have contract issues though, or something.
Probably it was early on
Um,
in the superhero genre of movies.
but yeah, I agree. We need a Cyclops front and center.
X Men, like
I
I
think
Wolverine needs to
it
take a
would be a
back
good idea
seat.
to start. yeah, with the universe that's focused on X-Men and establish that New York that has X-Men and the Avengers are over here a little bit and Fantastic Four is over here and
And
Spider-Man's over here.
Spider-Man's kind of off doing his own thing, and he kind of pops in whenever he needs help or whenever something is there's a crossover between villains.
Yeah. Because I mean, obviously the MCU is set up in such a way because they didn't have rights to everything.
Yeah.
So now they're having to explain like, oh, they're here now because of an alternate universe.
Oh,
That's why they
Adamantium's
didn't
here
help
now
with
because of this
Thanos.
giant being that's emerged from the earth.
Yeah. So it's nice that they're at the place where they have everything.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, I've gotten to the point where I've mourned, peak season of Marvel, and now like they really need to.
We were lucky that we were in
This
college.
this oh yeah, I think you and I were in the ideal spot to be 9 years old when the first one comes out, and
I remember going to see Iron Man in theaters with my dad. I know exactly what movie theater we went to, and I was like, this is so cool. And then I remember seeing, I remember the first one that like really I was like, this is so good was The Winter Soldier. Seeing that in theaters, and the first Avengers in theaters in 2014,
2012.
2012. They all kind of blend together at that point. But going to see Infinity War and Endgame when we were in college, and
oh yeah, peak.
I mean, you and I went to go see. We saw all of them together in college for the most part.
Yeah,
I don't think there was a Marvel movie we missed in college together.
Maybe Thor Ragnarok, but that's because it was so early.
Maybe
in
maybe
college.
that one.
What was I about to say? Oh, what's crazy to think about is Doomsday coming out in 2026. That's not far off from
that's
Robert Downey Jr. being away from the MCU for almost 10 years. Isn't that baffling?
That's crazy.
I mean, it's 3 years off, right? 7 years.
Yeah.
2019 was his last appearance. So
Endgame came 29.
By the time it's coming out, it's almost been another whole decade
if Doomsday
since
doesn't get pushed even more, if they do keep it in that release bracket, how many times?
Which is weird for them to have an Avengers movie in December.
It's weird that it's not a blockbuster movie, like a summer blockbuster. Is there other movies coming out in the summer that are conflicting with it? Like what releases summer 2026? I'm trying to. Can't remember. Mandalorian and Grogu, Spider-Man Brand New Day, The Odyssey, Project Hail Mary, Toy Story 5. Supergirl is supposed to come out.
Oh, this is news to me. Oh yeah, obviously. I think it's the same day. Oh yeah, Avengers Doomsday and Dune. Because they're calling it Doomsday.
Oh, Dune Messiah?
Messiah. Yeah.
I don't think Dune Messiah is going to come out this year. I think it's going to get pushed.
I mean, the end of 2026.
Okay, I guess that's fair. Maybe. I just haven't seen.
I mean, I don't think they've started.
I don't think they have either. I guess Denise
I
says
guess we'll see. They might want to push, especially now.
I don't know with how Dune 2 ended, with how good Dune 2 was. Dune Messiah, I think, has a very good chance of being a dominant blockbuster. That is one of I saw that in IMAX. And that was an experience. Like that was like I was like, this is almost a religious experience. This is
another thing coming out in December on Christmas Day is the Chronicles of Narnia reboot.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
Oh, and Shrek 5.
Shrek 5 also then
and Ice Age 6.
You know, I love the Ice Age movies. Have you watched have you kept up with Alien Earth?
No,
Have you
so
watched
fun
that?
fact about me is I actually need to I need to invest in the whole universe. I've barely well,
Oh, you
Alien
haven't
and
watched?
Predator are in the same,
Yeah,
right?
ki-
Sometimes.
we don't really.
I've watched I watched Prey and I
Prey
loved
was
Prey.
Prey was a fantastic. That is the best Predator movie that you will watch. I promise you. I
I do want to watch the Badlands too.
That one looks good. I'm excited for that one.
Speaking of the national park.
Yeah.
Um
Um, but
yeah, so
we don't talk
December
about we don't talk
2024.
about Alien Resurrection. That's the only one we don't talk about. As like people who enjoy the Alien
Is that
movies,
the Michael Fassbender one?
no, that people are very
That's
split.
Prometheus.
Yeah, Prometheus and Covenant are the two Michael Fassbender ones. People are very split on the because they're prequels to the original Alien franchise, like Aliens,
I might
Alien
need to
Resurrection.
get you to send me a list, a watch order.
The first Alien movie is like a revolutionary, like so good, and even all the Alien movies, the ones like Prometheus, Covenant, and Romulus, are very polarizing movies. If you're a fan of the Alien franchise, because like they try to do something a little different with Romulus, but also they were kind of retconning everything that they already retconned with Prometheus and Covenant. Alien Earth is just a fantastic show. It's very good.
That's what I've heard. I'm
it's,
interested.
it's very good. It's weird seeing this like resurgence of Alien because I know like we've had like a Predator movie in like 2018 or something like that. That was horrible. It was so bad.
Yeah.
And then we had Prey, which was a fantastic, just a good movie. And then we have Alien Earth now, and Romulus is a good movie too. Like I wouldn't say it's my favorite in terms of it, but
Yeah. Well, that's my homework is to get into that.
they're fun. They're like space horror. I mean, you probably know that at this point, but like the Xenomorph is one of like the coolest alien designs I think of like all time. Like it's just a terrifying. It works so well. Alien
Yeah.
and The Thing are like two of my favorite like retro horror movies.
The Thing?
You ever watched The Thing?
No, but it has been on my list.
It's a fun watch. Bobby would probably like it.
He probably would. He'd probably really like Alien too. I don't
He
think he's
probably
seen
would.
it either.
If you watch that, you guys should watch that together. It's very good.
Yeah.
But
Well, cool. Next time, I believe next time we'll be talking about Tron.
Tron Ares. Their re-release. You sent that to me. The Tron re-release on 4K
And remastered.
and remastered.
Yeah.
So excited. If it's not good, you will see me weeping on the podcast.
Ares.
Yeah. I need it to be
Well,
good.
Visually, it looks good, but we'll see.
I've been waiting 15 years.
Yeah. Well, and I heard that this was financed by Jared Leto.
I think it was. He feels very. I saw some clips of him talking at Comic-Con at their panel, and he feels very passionately about the original Tron and Tron Legacy. That he loves them apparently.
Yeah.
Which gives me a little hope.
Yeah. Well, thanks, buddy, for joining.
Of course. Thanks for having me again.
I think in summary, we're kind of iffy on Peacemaker. Watch Red Rising, and who knows if Doomsday will be good. What did you say?
I said read Throne of Glass, read Red Rising.
Oh yeah, pick up a book.
Pick up a book,
and then watch a movie.
Yeah, my wife got me to start reading again. It's been great. Been a great time.
Good job, Michaela.
All right. Did you hear about our deal?
No.
I wanted her to watch Attack on Titan because Attack on Titan is one of the best stories of all time, I think, in media. It is so good. If you haven't watched Attack on Titan, it's the best intro anime. It's a masterpiece.
I think you've had me watch an episode and I got a little creeped out, but
it is a little weird. Like it changes very much, and Michaela's gotten a little weirded out at the Titans at times. But I said I will read a book series of your choosing if you will watch Attack on Titan with me. And so far, we've watched 2 seasons of Attack on Titan, which is not as much as the amount of books that I've read for her.
Yeah, we strike similar deals. Our current one that we haven't gotten into yet is if I watch a Saw movie, Bobby will watch Harry Potter.
Mm.
Neither of us have
That's-
been willing to do that yet.
Those are very. Does Bobby like the Saw movies that much?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Or maybe not. Maybe it's like 75% for the bit.
I think it might be
But-
for the. I mean, they're. I'm not even gonna say they're fun. They're just body horror movies, and I guess if that's your thing, sure. But
He does like that type of stuff.
did he watch the? Did you watch the movie with Allison Brie and Dave Franco?
Together?
Yeah,
Yeah, and I surprisingly actually really loved it.
I have yet to watch it. It's on my list. Body horror
I
stuff
think
sometimes it
really-
weirds me out. I don't know.
Yeah. Did you watch The Substance?
I did watch Substance.
Together was a little bit more palatable to me than The Substance.
Okay, that was
The
hard for me
Substance
to
is
get
a
to.
better The Substance is a better made movie, but Together has some pretty good. The most impressed I was about the film was the like character work, and Alison Brie and Dave Franco just kind of, make magic. So it was good.
Yeah, the body horror and the Substance was pushing my limits for me.
Yeah.
I
I'm hoping
did-
Clayface though kind of has that same energy, like to the point
kinda
where
hope
it's a
it
little
does.
uncomfortable.
Yeah, I hope Clayface makes me a little uncomfortable. But Clayface doesn't have Margaret Qualley.
Yeah,
All right.
they don't. All right, buddy.
Oh, well, I will talk to you next time. Yes.
Till next time.
Till next time.